Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Hyro. Today we are here at Palm Beach. We are going to do a walk here at the beach. We are starting here at the Mumba Beach first. Pardon me the traffic here briefly. And yes, we are here at the Mumba Beach. We are going to take a left turn here in the parking lot. Now the start of this walk maybe is not so interesting, but this is the parking lot that you would park your car, of course, to go to the Mumba Beach if you are interested in doing that. Now the Mumba Beach is very popular all throughout the week, but especially on Sundays when also the locals come here to, to have fun and to enjoy themselves. Now this part of the Mumba Beach is the beach tennis, court, you could say. That is and makes it one of the reasons why it's very popular. The tower you see in the back is from the Holiday Inn Resort, and so it's situated in between the Holiday Inn and the Marriott properties. Now, I have not been to the Mumba in probably a couple of months, so I'd like to take a look if anything has changed. I don't remember this part. Palm Beach Divers Aruba. It may have been there. I do see this is the office of the Jolly Pirates. That's a boat like a pirate boat that they have here. There is also a restroom as we just passed by, and some information on the use of the courts, etc. Court rental is $5 per person per hour. So there is a cost, of course, for you to use this. And there are I see some more and more like stores and things like that. That's interesting. And there are already some workers here. They're worth noting. Let me turn around, and sorry for the gimbal is doing weird stuff again this morning. Maybe it's not fully awake yet, but there is also a cigar shop for those those of you who are into that. Sorry for my botching of words and letters. And let's see how far we are. Miles. Mexico City, we got Curacao, Bogota, Buenos Aires, Saludos, Amsterdam, Caracas, Tokyo, New York, and Barcelona. And certainly I've been to a few of those cities. This is the actual bar, the bar area. I'm going to just briefly walk through it, and you can usually get your breakfast here on this other side, this left side. A lot of people do come here for their breakfast. Let me just show you briefly. We'll get back to it in a bit. All right, so that's the nice, cozy, and very relaxing breakfast area. This is the bar area. This is where like most of the dancing, and that's where you see the part of the car. That's where the DJ would normally be. And yeah, this is a pretty darn popular bar. Now today I am using another setup, and my arm actually is already a little bit tired. I am using two cameras today, and to test it out and see if this setup could be a thing that I could be using more and more in the future. But we are walking up to the Hyatt Regency, and that's where more or less our walk is going to end today. And I'm going to show you the access road so you can get back to the road, or if you are coming to the beach and you're not staying in this area, you can access the beach from that part. Now this is the Nos Clubhuis Hadikurari restaurant, very popular for sunset dining, and it is part of the heritage of our local fishermen, and situated just in between also of the Marriott resorts, which you can see over there in the background. Let me see if let me see if I can get part of the menu here for you guys. Oh man, some mosquitoes. Really? You would think in the morning they wouldn't be awake, right? And so maybe I like to take a look at the menu, so you can maybe pause the video or something and then take a look at the food items, but also take a look at the prices when they do have them published. Let's take not a full but a partial walk here on the pier, which is the actual Hadikurari Pier, the Centro di Pesca Hadikurari Fisherman's Pier. So it is more or less 7 a.m. I think right now it might be 7:15, and I thought the beach was going to be quiet, and not that it's really crowded, but there's certainly quite a few people already out here enjoying the sunrise. And the sun is out, you can see it over there. So the sun is out, and we are looking towards the Ritz-Carlton more or less, and the 3 Marriott properties. I do want to thank a couple of folks in this video. The first one is Matthew for giving me this beautiful t-shirt. Just met him recently, and also Dawn from England, and who else? I have met also, yesterday there was a wedding on the beach, so I went and met Leroy and his beautiful wife, and I congratulate them on their beautiful wedding here in Aruba on Eagle Beach. It was beautiful, guys, and it was so nice to meet you, even though it was brief. But I do hope that you have a nice rest of your honeymoon here on the island, and also, you know, enjoy the trip, the couple of days you have on your trip, and wish you all the best. So we started our walk towards the Holiday Inn, a hotel that has been in existence for, I just read it yesterday, for over 50 years. So this hotel was opened, I believe, in the year 1969. Imagine that. Yes, it's that old already. Yes, and yes, it is older than me, in case you're wondering. And while I'm at it, I also want to say hi to Nicole. I'm gonna forget a couple of names here, but to Nicole, Cooking with Nicole, check out her channel. I'll put a link to in the description to her channel. She has a cooking channel, a local cooking channel. Check out the Travel Dutchie of Marlene. Marlene has opened a channel for her own videos now, and I find them really relaxing. They're not exactly the type of videos that I make, but I certainly love that channel also, Marlene. And I want to say hi to the kids, and who else? And to Jane for signing up for the membership recently. Thank you so much. At NC NJ. I don't know the name exactly from them, but thank you for signing up also. And I'm missing folks, Sally and Ewald and Matthew, of course, and who else? If I miss anyone, I'm gonna put it, down in not the description, but in the video somewhere over here. So thank you so much for your continued support. Now, I made a stop here for two reasons. One of them is that over here it's marked, and it is a turtle nest that was, it was pretty rare to see the turtles actually laying eggs in this area, and it was just happens to be just in front of the locker, the beach lockers. So, she probably wanted to lock the eggs up so nobody gets to them, and so they help them with these barricades, which we do here on the island to protect the eggs, and hopefully they are able to hatch. I don't know when, but people have been asking about that part lately, so that is that. Different water sports, as you know, Palm Beach is the best place for the water sports, like the best place in the sense that they have the most of the water sports. Sea turtle nesting site, and they got a hotline in case you want to report that you are seeing some movement. And if you do want to catch one of those, I mean, you gotta just be at the right place at the right time, and it's not something that's so easy to do, because people have been asking, and I could not tell you go tomorrow at 5 p.m. It's just nature doing its thing, and the foundation that they do have an idea of when, but it usually is like a gap of like 3 to 5 days that it could happen, and it could not. It could happen that nothing happens. And that means that it wasn't successful, unfortunately. And does that happen a lot? Yes, it does. It does happen that many times they don't, they don't hatch properly. Well, let's see if we can take like a brief look of the Holiday Inn swimming pool on this side. I don't think I've shown it in the past because it's always so busy in this area, but maybe I could just show you briefly. So they do have at least one other pool, swimming pool that is, and this one looks really nice actually. It's very nice. And so this tower was the last one that was made, actually. I made quite a few years ago already also. And they have the Sea Breeze restaurant. Let's see if I don't know if they have prices. They do. Let's take a look briefly at these. So the camera, I'm using two cameras today, and it's certainly very difficult because the gimbal certainly becomes a whole lot heavier. It's not just the camera, but it's also the parts that I need to adapt it to, and so it is quite heavier than I'm used to actually. I have dined here like, I don't know, 10 years ago or so, and I don't remember much how good or bad it was. I think I was feeling sick that day actually, and when I did, I didn't fully enjoy it, but it wasn't about the food or the service. It was just that I wasn't feeling too good. Now, part of the idea of showing you this one early in the morning is to show you like a different light. And I know that some folks like to be, or they are more active in the morning, and that's where I wanted to like show you guys what it looks like in the morning. And again, I thought it was gonna be a little bit less, with less people on it, but apparently a lot of folks like to walk on the beach, wake up early, either get their breakfast or come to the beach, get their breakfast and enjoy. It's pretty interesting to see it. I haven't done, I can't even remember I've done like early morning videos, not too many, if I have, at least not the walking videos. So that's interesting. Now the Holiday Inn, even though they have gotten some changes over the years, it has been very subtle and little changes. Not many changes over the years. And on the exterior side of the hotel, it's probably stayed the same ever since I can remember it, with some color changes maybe, but not much. Even the palm trees have pretty much been not the same ones, of course, over the years. They do, you know, change them, but it's pretty much been the same type of palm trees also. It's not called the Palm Beach for nothing. If you do a Google search of Aruba and you go to where you can find really old photos of Aruba, you will understand why they call this place, this beach, the Palm Beach. And when it was full, and I mean full of palm trees, and where you see the hotels, the resorts, they are like, they were completely covered with palm trees. And I'll try to search for a photo and maybe put it in the video for you guys to check out. I do, unfortunately, I have to say it every time in my video, I do see, to my liking, more than what I would like to see of trash on the beach. And that is something that we do need your help in trying to keep the beach clean. And that's something that is very important for you guys also, for you to continue to enjoy these beaches. Especially Palm Beach is mostly used by you guys, and locals do hang out here, but not in bunches. But certainly try to do your best to take your trash back to either a litter box or to your room or to the lobby, or anywhere, but don't leave it on the beach. It doesn't matter even if it's paper cups or something. I mean, just don't do it. Just don't do it. All right. I thank you in advance for your collaboration. Now, what's this doggy doing here? I don't. It's eating breakfast on the Palm Beach. That's interesting. It's probably having a better life than you back home. I don't know. I'm just trying to tease you guys. And this is the pelican's nest, or pelican nest, and the pelican pier. And we are now just in between the Holiday Inn and the Playa Linda, which is the one we are starting to take a look at now. Now let's take a look at the Pirate, which a lot of folks take photos here, and maybe also part of the menu. So they might as well have called it the pirate's nest, the pelican's nest. Either way, we do have more of these water sports shacks, and as you may have been noticing, there aren't any other turtle nests, and it's not because we are late into the hatching season, but mostly because on Palm Beach, as I mentioned, it's not too common to find them. So if you are staying or you are planning your stay in Aruba, and you know, watching one of those hatchings is one of those really important things you wanna see. Oh, by the way, I'll get back to that one. This is what they are using now to clean up the beaches, and there are several types of these machines, but these are the ones that they clean up. And I mean, really, look at, you got plastic bottles, and even though the guys working, and the girls of course, working at the hotels, they will do their best to clean up the beach, but I mean, a little help certainly goes a long way. Now, worth mentioning again is that from the street side, from the Paseo Herencia, you can access also and come to the beach. You can see Paseo Herencia Tower over there. So you would just go in between the Holiday Inn and the Playa Linda, and you have like a parking lot. You go through that, and you get access to both the pier, the Pelican Nest, and also the Palm Beach. And so, where was I? Now I lost completely. So the turtle hatchings, yes. If you're planning that and you're planning your stay, your best bet would be to stay either at a resort at Eagle Beach or Manchego Beach or DV Beach even. That's where I would suggest you to stay, to watch one of those. Wow, I thought someone was watching me. So yeah, this is one of those popular bars that when later during the day when I do try to come here, it's very difficult because there's always like some music, loud music, and I have to like walk really fast by it. You sometimes don't want to be doing that. I prefer to show you guys everything. And yeah, plan your stay in those other areas and not at the Palm Beach, and you'll have a much better chance. You could still stay here, and then if you have a car maybe, and then you can walk every afternoon. You can, how do you say it, like walk either to the Eagle Beach, or you can go with the bus, you can go with one of those rentals, with the taxi of course, and take your chances every day. But yeah, and I would recommend you to do it either late May, June, maybe even July, more or less. That's when the most popular times are for the hatchings. So let's go, let's cross here. So certainly the folks staying at the Playa Linda are early birds That's what I can say. And so let's see, this is the Eduardo, which is very popular all the time, very, very popular. And so this one is at the Playa Linda. Oh, excuse me. Let me show you the part of the drink menu. They do have a matcha frap. And yeah, usually the lines here are very, very long. And yeah, I may try to come back and have something to eat before I go back home. And the beach bar, the longest happy hour. Let's see how long it is. It is from 12 to 10 p.m. But they also have like some food, and this area is certainly very, very lively. I can definitely feel like there's a lot of things going on early, and that's very interesting. Now something new is being built here. Maybe another bar, maybe. That's what it kind of looks like. So a lot of folks getting their breakfast, they're getting their coffee, etc. There is a Dunkin Donuts, as you just saw, if that's your preferred choice. More of this bar. I'm trying to think if this bar was here. I don't remember it somehow. Why? In any case, that's interesting. And let's continue our walk, because we are going a little bit slower today. But we have reached the Hyatt. Now this is not where we'll access to the road. We'll access at the end of the Hyatt. We'll have access to the road. This is the adults only pool or side of the resort. Very, very nice. And I continue to say that the Hyatt is definitely one of my favorite resorts. And not saying it's perfect, but I'm just saying it really is one of my favorites. Folks having breakfast. And just imagine yourself, trying to be a salesman right now, just imagine yourself, you just had your breakfast here, taking it easy, and maybe later on doing some yoga classes, or I'm saying yoga, I'm not sure if it is actually yoga, but yeah, it is, or is it? Today is self-awareness meditation. Today is Thursday, by the way. You are probably seeing this video on a Friday, probably. The Kadushi juice bar is also very, very popular. Lots of goodies there to buy. Yeah. And let me go past these folks. And so the maintenance folks are certainly very busy, as you can see early in the morning. And let me briefly show you also this one. It's because I do get a lot of questions about it, and I cannot always answer all of them, but this is what they use for the handicap access to the beach. And with this one they could you know, drive you further up the beach, and so you can have access. Now, I do not know all of the areas that have that, but just to show you that at the high they do have it, if that is something that you are looking for. And I know, again, a lot of folks have asked me about it, and over here they certainly have it. And I don't know if they'll help you if you do come from the street. They probably will. Now we're gonna take, before we head to the road, we're gonna take a right turn here and show you and take one last look at the beach itself, and then we'll head to the street side and we'll end the video there. But hang on. In the meantime, subscribe, like, give this video a like, share it with your friends, and comment below what you thought of it. If you have any further questions, also I'm always trying to answer your questions as best to my ability. This is the pizza bar, and also the pier where I took the Red Sail Sunset Cruise last year. I know a lot of you liked that video, and it has been showing in some of the hotels, among other hotels, the Marriott and the lobby, and also at the La Cabana, among other things, or among other places. So taking a look to the right is where we started our walk. So we are looking towards the Marriott, the Ritz-Carlton, the Playa Linda, the Holiday Inn, and the Hyatt. And if we take a look further down, we are looking at the Barcelo, which is this one, these two towers, and then the Rio properties. And while we cannot see it, in between them is also the Hilton, and further down the beach is the Phoenix Resort, DV Phoenix. Water looks great here, by the way. And those folks in the water, they're like, they have it all to themselves right now, so far. That's great. So we are heading now to the street side. And when we started this walk, it wasn't hot at all. It is already starting to get more and more hot. So we are getting towards more or less 8 a.m. or so, and it already starts to feel a little bit hot. And let me see if I can check the temperature in the meantime, and check the time also, maybe. So it's 7:40, and let's see the temperature maybe. So hang on, getting there. So it's 28 degrees Celsius, and it's a little bit windy. That's all I can say. We will get to 31 degrees, and I will be putting, for our American friends, we will be putting the equivalent in Fahrenheit, And worth noting on this side, and bear with me with the wind, a lot of times people ask me about the access to the beach, first of all, and this is where you could access, and we'll get to the street side and I'll show you then on that side. But before that, also we could be talking about the parking situation. So if you are coming with a car, there's certainly a lot of parking spaces here, but as you can see, even early in the morning, it's quite packed. A lot of workers from the hotels, they do park their car here, and that's the reason why. But you can still get lucky. I usually do get lucky, and you do get like one or a couple of parking spots, so don't be afraid to try it. And yeah, it's one of the best areas to get access to the beach. And another thing is that if you are coming in this area at night, I get that question a lot. This is also at night a good place to park your car. There's there are lights in the evening, so that's not an issue. And yeah, it's free. So a lot of folks do believe that you have to pay for parking everywhere, and that's not the case. There are, of course, paid parking garages, but not in this case. Now, if you're staying at the Brickell, also the Brickell Bay, that's the yellow building back there. So this would be your access to the beach. And if you are renting one of these bikes, you can leave it here. I've talked about them a little bit in my other videos, and so it's very, very easy to get here. You just tell the taxi, or you just walk to the Hyatt Regency entrance, which is this one, and then you go to the left of it and you'll have the access road. Many folks have been telling me how useful these walk videos have been for them, and that they can plan their vacation. They know exactly where everything is, and so that is part of the idea, of course, to be continuing to make these videos. I'll probably be having a sore arm today. The gimbal is certainly heavy, and I probably will not use this setup anymore. But hopefully I was able to pop up my face here and there, and that's part of the idea, to make it easier, because turning around the gimbal is sometimes not the most practical thing to do. And yeah, that's the reason I wanted to try this one, but no way. It's too heavy. Probably have to go to the gym and work out, get my arm in shape again, and then maybe try it again one day. Now, why I'm still with you briefly here is that we're going to definitely end this walk in about 100 meters. Just wanted to show you one last area where if you are looking for your breakfast, you can come to this area. If you're not planning to go to the beach side in the morning, there's also another Dunkin Donut over here, and some other cafes at the Playa Linda resort. Like this guy, for example. Morning. They say we are not gentlemen, but he is definitely taking a coffee for that special person. I'm pretty sure of it. If he just happens to see this video, great job, buddy. So the Dunkin Donuts is situated just across the Playa Linda resort. You can start to see it there. It's next to the Smoky Joe's, and this would be the Playa Linda, and then we can end this walk in just a bit. So yes, so you got the Douchey Bagels up ahead, which is very popular. Also in the evenings, actually it is, which is this one. And then you got the Garden Fresh Cafe. Are they open? They're supposed to be. Yeah, I do think they're open. And let's see, are there any? Of course, you got the Starbucks up ahead and such. Guys, I want to thank you for watching this one. Thank you for hanging on. I know that this video's been a little bit long, but I did take a slower pace for you guys and to slowly show you some of the things happening early in the morning. Well, not too early. I was planning actually to do this one a little bit earlier rather, but it wasn't, you know, there wasn't much light, so I prefer to wait a few minutes and then have a better visual for you guys. I'm probably drunk already this morning. Enjoy your weekend. See you in the next one. Bye bye, guys.